Ladies and gentlemen, the Provost of New York University, David W. McLaughlin.
Here now, in the presence of candidates for academic recognition, members of the faculty and administration, alumni, trustees, honored guests and friends, the 178th commencement is hereby convened.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem performed by the Tisch Singers of the Tisch School of the Arts.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight fast gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, ramparts we that we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over land of the free and the home of the
Ladies and gentlemen, Chair of the Board of Trustees of New York University, Martin Lipton.
On behalf of the New York University Board of Trustees, I extend greetings to all of you, honorees, graduates, parents, family, and friends. Today is a momentous day in your lives and is made all the more special because you, the members of the class of 2010, are now forever bound in NYU's long and proud tradition of excellence. Founded in 1831, NYU's first entering class had 108 students. Today we stand as the largest private university in the nation, an institution 50,000 students strong, with a campus that occupies 5 major centers in Manhattan and more than 30 locations for study abroad, including Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. Under the leadership of John Sexton, the 15th president of NYU, and one of the world's great scholars and educators, we are deeply engaged in building a global university for the 21st century. Interconnected campuses on 5 continents, stretching from Washington Square to Madrid to Accra to Abu Dhabi, to Shanghai, to Buenos Aires. Its faculty and students will have ever-increasing options to engage with other peoples and cultures through teaching and study abroad. Indeed, to become in and of the world. Yet with all of these advances, the university has remained true to our founders' vision to be a private university in the public service. You graduate today in an uncertain world. The United States and the rest of the world are in the early stages of recovery from an economic crisis of historic proportions. Clearly the most severe since the crash of 1929 and the Great Depression that followed. And clearly, as shown by the events of the last week, a recovery not yet certain of success. Hopefully, we are approaching a period of stabilization from which we can renew the American dream of continuously better life for all people. But unlike the dream of our forefathers, it is achievable only in the context of the global economy and all the people of the world living in peace and harmony. To quote Tom Friedman, the world is indeed flat. Each year in May, we close a chapter, and each year in September, we open a chapter in the long history of NYU. While you are closing the education chapter in your personal book, you are opening the most exciting chapters. Chapters that you will write. Chapters that your NYU education has prepared you to write with the knowledge and skills and the experiences and friends that are critical to success in today's world. We who are responsible for your education are confident that no matter how uncertain the world, you are launched into it equipped to do well and hopefully make the world a better place for all. The future belongs to you. My fellow trustees and I express warmest congratulations to all of our graduates in the class of 2010. We wish you good luck and Godspeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, member of the Board of Trustees and chair of the Trustee Committee on Alumni Affairs and University Life, H. Dale Hemmerdinger.
Class of 2010, you made it! Let's hear it! You did it! Parents, they did it! Significant others, they did it! Let's hear it for them! We're going to pay special tribute to all of you with a commencement video. Would you all please your attention, pay attention to the big screen behind me and enjoy some special friends who are going to play tribute to all of you who graduated. Class of 2010, you made it!
My name's Sienna and I'm from the Tisch School of the Arts.
Ryan Morgan from the School of Medicine.
I'm Monique and I'm from Steinhardt.
And I'm a student at NYU Law.
My name is Elizabeth Fox and I'm graduating from the College of Arts and Science.
From the Silver School of Social Work.
From NYU School of Continuing Professional Studies.
My name is Juliana Taroba and I'm from Quran.
I'm from the Gallatin School of Individualized Study.
I'm from the College of Dentistry. From the Wagner School of Public Service.
I'm graduating from the Stern School of Business.
And I'm from the NYU College of Nursing.
Congratulations, class of 2010.
We did it.
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. I'm excited about the possibilities, about what's going on.
I'm very excited to graduate. Excited and nervous at the same time.
You know, I got to figure out how to pay for things, and that will be a fun adventure.
I've gotten to meet a whole wide variety of students from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, interested in so many different kinds of things.
I'm really sad about leaving, but I'm excited to see where everyone goes and where everyone ends up.
I mean, I'm gonna miss everything.
I'm just gonna miss learning every day.
I'll miss New York.
Late nights in the library.
Coffee at La Colombe.
Phenomenal friends and peers.
I'll miss post-exam parties, though I won't miss the exams.
I think I'm gonna miss the teachers.
I'm gonna miss not paying for my food.
Free food is good.
I'm also gonna miss Palladium Athletic Facility. You can sit on a beanbag chair and work out.
or neither.
I've become a social worker.
We became doctors.
They've made me a lawyer.
We've learned so many incredible things here. We're at such an advantage.
I learned how to be a better researcher.
I learned how to cram,
How to weave through people.
I learned that we can be passionate about a lot of different things.
I learned how to do my laundry here.
I learned that life is not that serious.
Anatomy, embryology, histology, physiology, ologies. Lots of ologies.
I really want to thank all the amazing deans and faculty I've worked with.
I definitely want to thank my mom and my dad and my brother.
My family, I love you, thank you. I want to thank all of my classmates. I learned so much from you. I had good times with you. And all my friends for putting up with me because I never went out. All of my graduate school career was always in the library. So thanks for staying my friends.
I hope that everybody makes lots of money because we've already spent lots of money.
I feel ready to jump completely in.
I cannot wait to go into the world.
I hope that everyone else feels as much of the world is my oyster feeling as I have.
To be able to walk around now and tell people that I'm a graduate of NYU is one of the most amazing feelings.
We made it to the end. We should be proud of ourselves, and we're going to do great things.
I went to NYU for much of my education. I learned to stay forever hungry to learn more, to not be afraid to try and to fail. And I learned to appreciate how collaboration and sharing are as much a part of learning as individual talent or genius. I learned how much there was I didn't know, and I learned to enjoy the pleasure of asking and trying and testing.
It's simply a matter of giving back. I've been fortunate, I've been successful, and then I go, well, where would I like to direct this giving back? And to me, the very obvious choice was NYU. It's part of my heart.
The law school at New York University has expanded my horizons, and I'm very proud of being a graduate, and I get a great deal of admiration and respect from people when they find out that I was a graduate of New York University Law School.
NYU is something that is near and dear to my heart. My mother graduated from NYU in 1929, and I have a daughter who's a student at NYU. So they certainly have changed my life, and I suppose you can give them credit for me being mayor. After all, if they hadn't educated my mother, who knows what she would have done? Probably not met my father, and I wouldn't be here, and you wouldn't have this mayor to kick around anymore.
When I came to NYU, I came to a very different kind of campus. And it was exciting to me that our teachers would send us out into the city to go to different lectures, to see different concerts, performances, and to bring that information back into the classroom. And I think NYU is definitely a university without walls, and the city is the campus of NYU. How rich is that for young people?
Well, I've been most fortunate in my life, and part of my good fortune was coming to America, coming to NYU. The school has changed to being a national and international school and acquiring a reputation. I notice the New York Times likes to quote some professor. It used to be professor from Columbia. Now it's mostly from NYU.
The school was so important to me, it changed my whole life.
Education is critical, and today's graduates are armed with the best of the best. Congratulations to all of you, and I am wishing you only the best in the coming years as you begin yet another new era of your life. Congratulations.
I have a lot of pride in being affiliated with NYU, because I've been affiliated with NYU during this period where they turned an enormous corner, and they went from being a really, really, really good school to becoming what they are now, which is a great school.
Congratulations, class 2010, you did it!
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2010.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2010.
Congratulations, class of 2010.
2010.
Okay. 2010. Congrats.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jessica A. Mason, who receives today a Bachelor of Science degree from the Silver School of Social Work, will now address her fellow graduates, the class of 2010.
President Sexton, trustees, faculty, families, graduates, and special guests. I am deeply honored and humbled to be here. My classmates are some of the most successful people I have ever known. They have produced films, started foundations, and worked several jobs at a time while completing their coursework. Tremendous achievements await them. Today, I want to take a moment to talk about how we define success. My first year at NYU, I had my own idea of what success meant. I wanted to go to Harvard Law School. Harvard Law has a child advocacy program that I had to be a part of. The summer between my junior and senior year, I was working with homeless youth by day and coming home every night to study for the LSAT and fill out applications for scholarships. By September, my personal statement and letters of recommendation were all wrapped up and ready to go. But I could not hit send. I had realized I was happy during the day, advocating for the homeless, and miserable at night, contemplating 3 more years of school. One day, I was in the Silver Building, and I saw a random quote written on a whiteboard. It read, "Try not to become a person of success. Rather, try to become a person of value." I have pondered that quote ever since. I later find out it was by Albert Einstein. Like many students about to graduate, I began a soul-searching journey to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my life. A journey to find my personal value. I started by asking myself why I had wanted to study social work in the first place. I had the privilege of growing up in an amazing and amazingly large family. I was lucky enough to have a father who loved me enough to tell me I could be whatever I wanted to be, and a mother who loved me enough to be a little fearful of where that idea may take me. My most transformative experiences at NYU involved working with homeless single mothers to help them keep their families together. My personal value was the tenacity I brought to the fight, the unwillingness to accept things the way they were. My junior year, I had the honor of joining the NYU Reynolds program in social entrepreneurship. The Reynolds program showed me the value of having a supportive peer group. I learned to utilize the collective knowledge offered by others interested in social change. Amita Swadin, a Wagner student in the Reynolds program, challenged me to think about my own power and privilege in working with disadvantaged populations. She made me realize that all of us now have the power and privilege of an NYU degree, and we must use our education with that privilege in mind. My peers at NYU taught me a final lesson about success. They taught me that truly successful people do not blindly pursue a singular goal. Instead, they're able to recognize and intuitively follow valuable opportunities. I still don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, but I do know what I'm going to do with the next year of my life. When presented with the opportunity to work with women and children in Haiti, I decided to follow my intuition. Instead of going to Harvard, I'm going to Haiti. This is what I now know. If I end up going to law school and working in the higher levels of government that are often synonymous with power, privilege, and success, I want to be so grounded in the knowledge of my own value and my desire to work towards alleviating poverty that I never forget my true purpose. Each of us graduating today will take our talents to law, or business, or politics, or the arts. As we enter classrooms, laboratories, sound stages, and operating rooms, each of us will determine our own path of value. Among our graduation gifts are a huge national deficit, a flailing economy, and pressing social issues. In an era of massive fraud schemes and economic failure, maybe it's time we question our definitions of success. Maybe it's time we pursue value. As we step out into the next phase of our lives, this is my challenge to you. Know your own value. Find value in the people around you, and follow your intuition. Thank you, and congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, those who are about to receive honorary degrees will now be presented to President Sexton. Lynn P. Brown, Senior Vice President for University Relations and Public Affairs, will call upon distinguished members of the university community to present and escort the honorary degree candidates. Assisting with the investiture will be Provost David W. McLaughlin.
Mr. President, I should like to introduce Pedro Noguera, Professor of Education, Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development, and Director of the Metropolitan Center for Urban Education, who will present the candidate for Doctor of Humane Letters. Will Trustee Heather Kennedy please escort the candidate to the lectern?
Robert Max Berdahl, historian, author, academic leader, president of the Association of American Universities, representing the top 63 leading public and private research institutions in the United States and Canada. You urge the nation to revive its historic commitment to basic university research and teaching, and argue compellingly for the intrinsic value of universities as unique societal good in a rapidly changing world. A principal participant in the international conversation about the future of higher education, you exercise extraordinary leadership, which you honed as president of two premier institutions of American higher learning. The University of Texas at Austin, where you enhanced and humanized the undergraduate experience and fostered an inclusive community on a large and diverse campus. And the University of California-Berkeley, where you established a master plan to upgrade campus infrastructure, rebuilt the library collection, worked to increase the number of women and minority members of the faculty, championed the benefits of a diverse student body, and spearheaded major interdisciplinary initiatives. Born in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, you earned your PhD in history from the University of Minnesota and are widely published in the field of German history. A recipient of multiple academic honors, you hold membership in the American Academy of Arts and Sciences.
Robert Max Berdahl, you are an exceedingly thoughtful, effective, and passionate advocate on behalf of American higher education and its research universities. You are a leader of leaders and a voice of extraordinary wisdom and integrity. By virtue of the authority vested in me by New York University, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Mr. President, I should like to introduce Jerry Hulton, President, Polytechnic Institute of New York University, who will present the candidate for Doctor of Commercial Science. Will Trustee Jeffrey Linford please escort the candidate to the lectern?
Ursula M. Burns, Chief Executive Officer of Xerox Corporation, one of America's most innovative global companies whose name we use as a verb. A math ace from the projects in Lower Manhattan, you were inspired by a wise mother to achieve an exceptional education at NYU's Polytechnic Institute and Columbia University, earning undergraduate and graduate degrees in mechanical engineering. You began your affiliation with Xerox as a Polytechnic summer intern in 1980, and 20 years later were serving as Senior Vice President for Strategic Services and shortly thereafter President of Business Group Operations, responsible for $12.5 billion organization comprising 5 business units and the company's engineering center. Named CEO in June 2009, within a few months you had undertaken the largest acquisition in your company's history, moving Xerox along the path from a seller of printing equipment and services to a leader in gathering, analyzing, and sharing information. Possessed of a global vision, operational discipline, fearless and decisive management, and deep respect for the opinions of your colleagues, you were a model of enlightened corporate leadership. Wisely, President Barack Obama named you in November 2009 to help lead the National White House initiative to help students excel in science, technology, engineering, and math.
Ursula M. Burns, who in the fall will become, in addition to your other achievements, an NYU parent. As the first black woman to head a Fortune 500 company, you have reached the pinnacle of your profession through hard work and high performance, and are recognized around the world as a creative and inspired leader of industry. By virtue of the authority vested in me by New York University, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Commercial Science, honoris causa.
Mr. President, I should like to introduce Paul C. Light, Paulette Goddard Professor of Public Service, Robert F. Wagner Graduate School of Public Service, who will present the candidate for Doctor of Humane Letters. Will Trustee David C. Oxman please escort the candidate to the lectern?
Bill Drayton, native New Yorker, founder, chair, and chief executive officer of the Global Association of Social Entrepreneurs called Ashoka. You are one of the principal architects of a worldwide and growing engagement of the citizen sector in effecting social change. You have named, created, and pioneered the global field of social entrepreneurship, transforming institutions and improving the lives of millions. Ashoka, now 30 years old, trains and inspires thousands of extraordinarily talented individuals. Here at NYU, your example of following a demanding, disciplined path of enlightened public service finds deep resonance. From the NYU Reynolds Program in Social Entrepreneurship, housed at the Robert F. Wagner School of Public Service, to the Stuart Satter Program in Social Entrepreneurship at the Berkeley Center at the Stern School of Business. A scholar of economics, law, and management, you hold degrees from Harvard, Oxford, and Yale. Honorary Fellow of Balliol College at Oxford University, and a member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, you were selected one of America's best leaders by U.S. News and World Report and Harvard Center for Public Leadership. Congratulations, my friend and colleague.
Bill Drayton, you have described a social entrepreneur as someone who cannot come to rest until he or she has changed the pattern in an area of social concern all across society. Even as you have well earned the right to rest, we know that you will never cease your efforts to encourage and enable everyone to be a change maker. By virtue of the authority vested in me by New York University, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Mr. President, I should like to introduce David Schroeder, Director of Jazz Studies, Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development, who will present the candidate for Doctor of Fine Arts. Will Trustee Michael Cunningham please escort the candidate to the lectern?
Wayne Shorter, pivotal figure in the history of jazz, unique composer and astonishing improviser. Your work of 5 decades has helped to shape the fundamental transformation of modern music. Your early teen brilliance as the tenor saxophone earned you a nickname, the Newark Flash. One of Art Blakey's renowned jazz messengers, you won Downbeat Magazine New Jazz Saxophone Star in 1962. And 2 years later joined Miles Davis and his quintet following his excursions in electric jazz. With your colleagues from Weather Report, and later your own group as leader, in your large measure helping to define the genre of jazz fusion and modern jazz, your compositions are considered standard repertoire for jazz musicians around the world. Informed by your far-reaching intelligence in deep interest in philosophy, literature, and film, your music knocks down walls between classical and jazz and embraces peers, critics, fans alike in a consensus of awe. You have earned 9 Grammy Awards and 13 Grammy nominations, and you are designated Jazz Master of the National Endowment of the Arts. We proudly salute you, a 1956 Bachelor of Music Education graduate in our Steinhardt School. As a singular musician roundly considered to be the greatest living composer of jazz music.
Wayne Shorter, esteemed alumnus, an American original, your masterful music interweaves the popular and progressive as you soar into flights of genius that make your life's work a unique echo of the eternal. By virtue of the authority vested in me by New York University, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
Mr. President, I should like to introduce Dalton Conley, Dean for the Social Sciences, Faculty of Arts and Science, Professor of Public Administration, Robert F. Wagner Graduate School of Public Service, who will present the candidate for Doctor of Humane Letters. Will Trustee Daniel Brodsky please escort the candidate to the lectern?
William Julius Wilson, Harvard University professor, renowned sociologist and author. Throughout 4 decades of incisive research, you have framed our public discussion of race and urban poverty in ways that have led to universalist public policies, engendering hope and opportunity for millions. You earned your PhD in sociology and anthropology from Washington State University, were honored as Teacher of the Year at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, and were awarded tenure after just 1 year at the University of Chicago. Raised poor, you understand poverty from the inside out, interpreting the nexus of structural and cultural forces inherent to urban poverty and recommending solutions to address inequalities. Among your seminal books, heavily shaping the paradigm of your field, are these landmark publications: The Declining Significance of Race, Blacks and Changing American Institutions, The Truly Disadvantaged, The Inner City, the Underclass, and Public Policy, When Work Disappears, The World of the New Urban Poor, and your most recent volume, More Than Just Race, Being Black and Poor in the Inner City. A MacArthur Fellow and a member of the National Academy of Sciences, you are a recipient of the 1998 National Medal of Science, the highest scientific honor bestowed by the United States.
William Julius Wilson, sage of Amherst, Hyde Park, and Harvard Square, you transcend the polarizing discourse on race in America by opening closed minds with telling facts and wise counsel. By virtue of the authority vested in me by New York University, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Mr. President, I should like to introduce Mary Schmidt Campbell, Dean, Tisch School of the Arts, who will present the candidate for Doctor of Fine Arts. Will Trustee Catherine B. Reynolds please escort the candidate to the lectern?
Alec Baldwin, accomplished actor of stage, screen, and television. You move with exemplary ease across these media, leaving your imprint on each. You have appeared in over 40 films, and your portrayal of a driven and ruthless real estate agent in Glengarry Glen Ross has entered the cultural zeitgeist. Declining to appear in the sequel to your breakout film, The Hunt for Red October, you chose instead to deliver a stellar performance on the New York stage as Stanley in The Streetcar Named Desire, thereby earning a Tony Award nomination. Your television roles, from Saturday Night Live to the current 30 Rock, have brought you critical acclaim and multiple awards. From dark drama to broad comedy, your artistic span has widened over a remarkable career. Beginning your professional training at NYU in 1979, you returned in 1994 to complete your Bachelor of Fine Arts degree at the Tisch School, a community which you have, through wise counsel and generous support, helped build into the foremost school of the arts in the nation. Outspoken and honest, you are a true New Yorker and a passionate advocate for the arts, education, and culture.
Alec Baldwin. Actor and activist, colleague and mentor, you are a beloved alumnus whom we welcome home, and we take special pride in bestowing this second NYU degree on you today. As you enter the next chapter of your life, we wish for you abounding joy in the exploration of magnificent new expressions of your extraordinary creative genius. By virtue of the authority vested in me by New York University, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce a person apparently known to some of you who will respond on behalf of the honorary degree recipients, Mr. Alec Baldwin.
You know, California and Florida may have the sunshine, but they don't have New York University, am I right? I'd rather get my degree in the rain in New York any day. I want to start by saying thank you to President John Sexton, Chairman Martin Lipton, and to Mary Schmidt Campbell, the Dean of my alma mater, the Tisch School of the Arts at NYU. And to all of this year's graduates and their families and friends for allowing me to share this occasion with them, I would also like to congratulate the other honorary degree recipients that are being recognized here today. So, class of 2010, you may not remember, but I have not forgotten that we had an appointment to meet 4 years ago. We had an appointment to meet 4 years ago as part of your incoming freshman orientation program, and I want you to know the truth. That back in the late summer of 2005, it didn't work out because I was unable to book an appropriately intimate venue for that event. So the moment I learned that the new Yankee Stadium was free, I thought, perfect. Now we can have that private and meaningful chat about your futures I have so been looking for these 4 years. Several years have gone by since I was where you are today. There's that phrase, when I was where you are today. And today I can only remember 3 things at any one time. So there are 3 things I want to share with you today, and they are all about commitment. Today ends the successful fulfillment of one commitment you've made and begins the consideration of others you will be asked to make. I would like you to consider that when you commit to something or someone and it proves to be unfulfilling by your measure, that is painful. But in my life, I have learned that when you do not commit, when you do not risk, and you discover you should have, that is even more consequential. The myth of the risk-free life is just that, a myth. First, I believe you must commit to loving and caring for the people in your lives with real respect and compassion. Commit to your family and your friends. Commit to marriage and having children. Families, whatever their composition in our society today, are where we all come from. Share the best of who you are with the next generation, the next. Commit to your parents. One day, you will fully understand what your parents did for you, and you will want to thank them while they can still see you and hear you. Second, I want you to commit to yourselves, to your health, your opinions and creative self-expression, your spiritual growth and/or religious devotion, to your own joy. For example, only recently I began serving as the radio announcer for the New York Philharmonic here in New York, an opportunity that has provided me with more satisfaction than I ever imagined. For some, commit to further education. I once dreamed of attending law school, but took another path. Many here are eager to enter the job market to put on their skates and hit the ice. Yet I know today that you can never go wrong with more school, especially when that school is New York University. And lastly, I want you to commit to our society. Whether you one day run for President of the United States or President of your book club, whether you serve as Secretary of Education or serve on the local school board, the systems and organizations that operate our increasingly complex nation and the world require the efforts of all of you sitting here today. America runs on capitalism and democracy in an often conflicting arrangement. The success of that arrangement requires the work of dedicated and honorable Americans who will aggressively protect what we have in this country. And when you look at the world today, even considering America's problems, we still have a great deal to protect. Protecting what we have means giving back while we are striving to get ahead. I am deeply, deeply honored to accept this, or to be presented with this degree from my alma mater, and I am very, very happy and very, very touched to be able to share this experience with all of you here today. Congratulations to all of you, and God bless.
Thank you. Congratulations to Alec and to all of our honorary degree recipients. Let's just recognize them one more time. Let me take a moment, if I may, to just offer some personal words to the class of 2010. When you entered NYU, you chose to enter a world of complexity and cacophony even at your university. There is no question we are a complex and cacophonous institution. But there's also no question that you live in an age that is complex and cacophonous. And in an age where the future of humankind will turn on your ability to build on behalf of humankind a community of humans, even amidst that complexity and cacophony in a world that grows miniature every day. You chose to study at a university that mirrored that world, and where you could learn the skills of building bridges over the chasms of difference that exist in the world, the bridges of community. You have learned those skills. In this context, today's weather and the challenge that it presented to you, to your family, to us, to this ceremony, we find simply a metaphor for the spirit that you embraced, a spirit that rises to challenge. New York, the city you chose in which to study, and NYU, the university you chose in which to study, have an essential DNA. It's born, in a way, from the immigrants who make up the spirit of this city, 40% of the city's population. Every single one of those immigrants comes to the shores of this city seeking a better tomorrow. And NYU has always been a university committed to a better tomorrow than today, and committed to overcoming challenges to get to that tomorrow. Rain, we do not fear you. You will not tamp our spirits. Thanks to you, the class of 2010, the students who give meaning to the lives of those of us in the faculty and the community of this university who dedicate ourselves to you. With your talent, with your effort, with what you have learned here, we know that better days are ahead. In fact, we know that tomorrow the sun will shine. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Tisch Singers, who will now perform a tribute to New York City and the class of 2010.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray and step around the heart of it. New York, New York.
I want to wake up in the city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap.
These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York.
If I can honestly, and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues are melting away. We'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If we can make it there, we'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, the deans of each school will now present their class representatives for all degrees and certificates in course to President Sexton. All candidates and their guests are requested to remain at their seats until the end of the school presentations, which is followed by the official conferring of all degrees and certificates in course by President Sexton. Matthew S. Santarocco, Dean of the College of Arts and Science.
Mr. President, from the College of Arts and Science, the founding school of New York University, 2,138 spectacular candidates will receive their baccalaureate degrees here today. And I have the honor to present to you Wilfredo R. Matias, who will receive his diploma on behalf of all the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees.
Richard L. Revez, Dean of the School of Law.
Mr. President, with great pride, I present the class of 2010 graduates of the law school. 1,048 wonderful candidates will receive their degree here today and go forth to promote rule of law values in the United States and around the world. President Sexton, I'd like to present Margot Pollins, who will receive her diploma on behalf of two candidates for the Doctor of Juridical Science degree, 543 candidates for the Master of Laws degree, and 503 candidates for the Juris Doctor degree.
Robert I. Grossman, Dean of the School of Medicine.
Mr. President, 185 dedicated and compassionate graduate candidates from the School of Medicine will receive their degree here today. Mr. President, I have the honor to present Christian Joseph Zano, who will receive his diploma on behalf of 9 candidates for the master's degree and 176 candidates for the doctoral degree.
Terry Fulmer, Dean of the College of Nursing, representing the College of Dentistry and College of Nursing.
Mr. President, 896 truly exceptional candidates total from the College of Dentistry and College of Nursing will receive their degrees here today. Mr. President, I have the honor to present Ms. Vincenza Grazzi, who will receive her diploma on behalf of 69 candidates for the associate degree and 295 candidates for the bachelor's degree. Mr. President, I further have the honor to present Dr. Adam Palmer, who will receive his diploma on behalf of 168 candidates for the master's degree and 364 candidates for the doctoral degree.
Catherine R. Stimson, Dean of the Graduate School of Arts and Science.
Mr. President, 1,678 highly accomplished candidates from the Graduate School of Arts and Science will receive their degrees today. They come from Arts and Science, Tisch, the Courant Institute, the Institute of Fine Arts, the Dental School, and the Sackler Institute of Basic Medical Sciences. I now have the honor to present Jennifer Thorpe, who will receive her doctoral diploma on behalf of 1,226 candidates for the master's degree, 394 candidates for the doctoral degree, and 58 candidates for the advanced certificate. Jennifer, take it away.
Mary M. Braybeck, Dean of the Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development, I certify that all students have met the rigorous requirements for their degree programs. 2,198 candidates from the Steinhardt School will receive their degrees. I have the honor to present Cynthia Ovares, Navy veteran and cancer survivor, who will receive her bachelor's degree on behalf of the 23 candidates for certificates and 684 candidates for the bachelor's degree. Mr. President. Mr. President, I have the honor to present Jennifer Medina, who will receive her master's degree in applied psychology on behalf of 1,383 candidates for the master's degree and 108 candidates for the doctoral degree.
Sally E. Blount, Dean of the Leonard N. Stern School of Business, Undergraduate College.
Mr. President, I have the privilege of presenting 611 outstanding undergraduate students who've been educated in the science of building strong organizations and unleashing the power of markets. I have the honor to present Jeremiah Ryan O'Neill, who will receive his diploma on behalf of all candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree.
Peter Blair Henry, Dean of the Leonard N. Stern School of Business.
Mr. President, on behalf of the Leonard N. Stern School of Business, I have the honor to present the graduate candidates from the Stern School, numbering in all 1,274 impressive candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration, 28 candidates for the degree of Master of Science, 11 candidates for the degree of Master of Philosophy, and 19 candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy who will shape research agendas for the coming generation. Mr. President, I have the honor to present Ellie Keung, who will receive her diploma on behalf of all candidates for the master's degree of Business Administration and candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Robert S. Lapiner, Dean of the School of Continuing and Professional Studies.
Mr. President, today 1,185 meritorious, entrepreneurial, and socially responsible individuals, the graduating class of the School of Continuing and Professional Studies, will be awarded their degrees and certificates. Mr. President, on behalf of her 336 SEPS undergraduate classmates from the Preston Robert Tisch Center and the Paul McGee Division, the 46 candidates for associate degrees, and the 290 candidates for bachelor's degrees, I am honored to present Josephine Fontana, who will receive her Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Tourism Management. Mr. President, our school's 2010 graduate class numbers 849. It is my honor to present Elizabeth Gormley, who receives her Master of Science in Public Relations and Corporate Communication on behalf of all of her classmates, the 118 candidates for graduate certificates, and the 731 candidates for Masters of Science and Master of Arts degrees across 14 distinct professional fields.
Ellen Shaw, Dean of the Robert F. Wagner Graduate School of Public Service.
Mr. President, I am truly honored to present to you the 2010 graduating class of the Robert F. Wagner Graduate School of Public Service. Hallie Kaplan, President of the WSA, led representatives of Wagner's degree candidates into the stadium. Wagner graduates lead change, expand sectors and shape policy locally, nationally, and globally. I have the honor to present Casey Aaron-Heim, who will receive his diploma on behalf of our 366 candidates for master's degrees in public administration and urban planning, as well as our 7 candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Congratulations, Casey.
Lynn Videka, Dean of the Silver School of Social Work.
Mr. President, 556 candidates total from the 50th graduating class of the Silver School of Social Work will receive their degrees today. Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting Emily Hart, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the 37 graduates for the bachelor's degree. I have the honor now to present Jennifer Dyer, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the 508 candidates for the master's degree and 11 candidates for the doctoral degree.
Mary Schmidt Campbell, Dean of the Tisch School of the Arts.
Mr. President, I am pleased to present to you the Tisch School of the Arts, class of 2010. These are the 1,290 writers, recorded music artists, dancers, actors, designers, photographers, filmmakers, musical theater writers, composers, lyricists, interactive media artists, scholars of performance and cinema studies who hold a mirror to the world and give us a glimpse of the human heart and the human spirit. Mr. President, I'm pleased to present Mandy Miniker of the Department of Film and Television, who will receive the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree on behalf of the undergraduates. Mr. President, I am pleased to present Yasser Ansari of the Interactive Telecommunications Program, who will receive the Master of Professional Studies degree on behalf of the graduate students.
Suzanne L. Wolford, Dean of the Gallatin School of Individualized Study.
Mr. President, 531 candidates total from the Gallatin School of Individualized Study will receive their degrees here today. These students have individually designed their concentrations, creatively completed their colloquia or master's theses, and concluded their studies with excellence and panache. Mr. President, I have the honor to present Emma Kawin, who will receive her diploma on behalf of 443 candidates for the bachelor's degree. Mr. President, I have the honor to present Mahahodi Makene, who will receive her degree on behalf of 88 candidates for the master's degree.
Fred Schwartzbach, Dean, Liberal Studies Program, Faculty of Arts and Science.
Mr. President, 329 outstanding candidates from the Liberal Studies program of the Faculty of Arts and Science will receive their Associate of Arts degrees here today. Mr. President, I have the honor to present Ms. Diana Margot Rosenthal, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the 329 candidates for the Associate of Arts degree.
Ellen Schall, Dean of the Robert F. Wagner Graduate School of Public Service, presenting the candidate for the Master's degree in Global Public Health.
Mr. President, I am truly honored to present to you the 2010 graduating class of the University Master's Program in Global Public Health. On behalf of my colleagues, Deans of the collaborating schools, NYU College of Dentistry, the College of Nursing, the School of Medicine, the Silver School of Social Work, the Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development, and the Robert F. Wagner Graduate School of Public Service, all under the extraordinary leadership of Bob Byrne, Executive Vice President for Health at NYU. Students in the Global MPH program come to NYU with advanced degrees in multiple disciplines and share a common goal of promoting global public health through improved research, practice, and policy making. I have the honor to present Patricia Novo, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the 28 candidates for the Global MPH. She is Division Administrator for the Mental Health and Addictive Disorders Research Program at NYU's School of Medicine, and also, I am proud to note, a 1997 Wagner graduate. Congratulations, Patricia.
Ladies and gentlemen, Provost David W. McLaughlin.
We now proceed to the formal conferral of degrees. In keeping with the tradition of New York University, we highlight this most important moment in our ceremony by the passing of the university torch, the symbol of learning, from a senior member of our academic community to the most junior. On stage now, holding the university torch, is Professor Rudolfo Linas, the Thomas and Susan Murphy Professor of Neuroscience, Chair, Department of Physiology and Neuroscience, School of Medicine. As President Sexton confers the degrees, the torch will be passed to the youngest baccalaureate member of the graduating class, Tamaro Kane, 19 years old, of the College of Arts and Science. May I ask all the candidates for degrees and certificates to now rise for the conferring of degrees in course by President Sexton.
Members of the class of 2010, through your successful efforts, as certified by the recommendations of your deans, you have met the requirements for your respective schools and degrees. By virtue of the authority vested in me, I admit you to the degrees and certificates to which you've been nominated. Congratulations, everyone.